All right, everyone, welcome. Welcome to the last part of our streaming series. So today we are going to be doing all the Arceus forums. Going to be wrapping this up, but I'll be real with you. Before we get started, hold on, let me make sure everything is looking right. Sure, there's no echo. All right, so I got to be real with you guys. Ran into a little technical issues earlier today. So we ran into a little bit of technical issues earlier today. I actually finished coloring all of it, except Arceus. Let me know if you guys can hear me. And I finished coloring all of it except Arceus, but we ran into some kind of technical issue. I'm not going to go into it. But essentially, we got set back over here. Like, look what happened. Like, you guys saw me coloring most of this during part 125. So essentially, I got to redo this whole bottom section right here. And you guys know me. Like, I'm down for it. Almost lost my fucking mind. And I just need to get myself back together. So, we're going to be doing the finale today. We're going to be doing Arceus section. But after this, off stream, I'm going to have to recolor this whole bottom section. So it sent me back essentially like 3 days. So I do appreciate everyone who has come through to this project. Yeah. I'm a little upset, but fucking undo. Just get through it. So this is the Arceus trio, and we're going to be doing that today. Wherever my... Yeah. Anyway. Yep. So I think the best thing to do so yeah, it did. It sent me back like yeah, so I actually did finish coloring all of them, but what I did was I went back and I spent a lot of today, pretty much all of today, redrawing some Pokemon that I didn't like Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle. A lot of the ones I did at the beginning that I just wasn't happy with. You guys know me, I'm not gonna give up. It's just, yeah, that was some pretty heavy shit when I saw that. I essentially lost like 3 days of my life for like no reason. Well, I don't want to say no reason. I guess it was kind of my fault, but we'll get through it. So what is everyone doing for New Year's? How's it going, everyone? Yeah, and the thing is, I'm usually really careful about backing up all my files and stuff. I just think, I, I guess it's just, I guess I'm just tired, and I let it get to me when I shouldn't. Yeah, it's only like 4:30 or 16:30 where I am. I want to say that doing the Arceus shouldn't take that long. Not that long, considering I pre-colored it. Like, I know exactly where everything's going to go and everything. All the Arceus are essentially just like 3 colors. But we will see. I'm probably not going to do the items. I'm going to do all the Pokeballs and Z crystals and all that. Best thing to do would be starting from the Arceus in the back. Let me pull up my Arceus list. Oh, buddy. I'll zoom out and do like an overview once we're done here. So we're doing the question mark glitch Arceus right now. It'll be cool because I can just color pick every Arceus. I won't have to waste time going to the color wheel and getting everything. What am I going to do after this? Just more of everything. That's the Arceus I'm doing right now. The question mark one? It's glitch Arceus. We gotta get this one out of the way. That way, I don't. It's easier to keep track of all the real Arceus. Yeah, it's not even midnight here. Yeah, Detective Pikachu's in here. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't got any of the second generation in Pokemon Go yet. Just haven't been playing. Been too busy with I guess, well, this, I guess. Well, yeah, I appreciate you guys coming through to so many of them, especially the people who are mods. I'm so glad I pre-colored all these Arceus. I think this is the most taxing drawing I've ever done. Thanks, PK. Yeah, that was unplanned. The date. It's like a maze. Do I use drawing references? I have references to the Pokemon, so I get their designs right, but I have them all in my own poses. What the hell is that? So we have question mark, fairy, and steel done. We're gonna go to dark. Shit, that took half an hour to get this shit done. Right. Dark is gray, and like this purplish color. Am I drunk? No. Can't be drunk. Gotta finish this. Come on now. So for those of you who just joined me, I had some real talk earlier. So I had finished coloring pretty much everything else, right? And technical issues, my fault. Technical issues, and I actually lost the file for, or I lost the part of the file, the layer that had all of Generation 1 colored. So guess what I'll be doing when this is done? Gonna be recounting my last, what, 2 or 3 days and recoloring something that I already did. But it's alright. Not really, but what are you gonna do, right? You don't just toss it in when shit gets fucked up. You just keep going. No, but real talk, that's probably like another 12 hours or whatever of work that I lost that I'm gonna have to put back in. I have a feeling that the total count on this is gonna be like 400 hours. Like, I'm not even joking. Yeah. Off the cuff, my estimation is somewhere around 400 hours. We'll confirm that in a little bit. Because the stuff that I've streamed, that's not everything. Like, I've done stuff offline that I have the footage for the speed paint that I just didn't upload. So there's a lot that you guys haven't seen. This stream is just going to be the Arceus. This will be the last live stream that we do of this project. Any other shading and touch-ups and any other alterations that I do will be off stream. What the hell is this? Yes, it is quite unfortunate. If I'm gonna throw out a random guess, I'm gonna say 415 hours. That's what I'll throw that out there, and we'll see how close I can get. What is this? What's this? Yeah, we'll do that. The on-stream check we'll do that, but you know that the bottom half, like, we lost the coloring to that. So I mean, we'll be checking everything that I have so far. But actually, you know what? No, I can take care of that on my own. It's New Year's. You guys can go do whatever you want. I'll handle this. This thing is like a maze, man. Look at this. It's like thorns everywhere. Alright. Next is dragon. Not including the original streams. Somebody, well, that's the thing. I'm basing that count on something. I base that count on a number that somebody gave me. Somebody told me that the current redraw streams were at 300. Now, I didn't check if that's true or not, but I'm basing my current estimate on if that is true. If it's not true, I don't know. I almost don't even care. Like, it'll be fun to check back on it, and I don't want anyone to tell me right now. I want to count it myself. Honestly, I don't even care, like, how long it is. Like, if it's really long, that's kind of cool, because that's, like, an impressive thing to tell someone. But, whatever. I just want to get through it. It's more of a forest green. Always. My neighbors are really, really loud. And not just tonight. I'm talking about in general. They're just fucking loud. Pre-orders will be out as soon as I finish this. I'm not going to throw out any dates. I've emailed everyone who has pre-ordered, and, like, I've told them that it's taking longer. So, and I've had people cancel. You know, if people really have an issue with it, then fucking whatever, just cancel it. So we're just the only thing we're doing on the live streams, and this is the same thing I did last time. Oh, come on. What the fuck? I will be doing the flat colors here online. Everything else I'm going to be doing on my own. So we're just going to be throwing in the flat colors of Arceus. Then everything else I'll be doing off stream on my own in preparation for the speed paint. The reason I don't want to do the shading online is because I'm going to be testing out a couple of things with the shading, and I kind of don't like, it's going to be a lot of back and forth on it, and I don't really see the point in streaming any of that, because it's just me like playing around with colors. Alright, Espion. Thanks for coming through to all the streams. I'm not quite sure what's going on over here. You're saying I was talking more last time, or I'm talking more this time? me trying to decipher this, man. Alright. Yeah, this one's actually not that bad. Especially compared to what we normally do. It's pretty straightforward. That's too much. That's good. Oh. Well, yeah, I've had my fair share of silent streams during this redo too, but yeah. So if you guys aren't aware, I am fucking exhausted. This drawing has really pushed me a lot farther, both physically and I'd say more so mentally, than any drawing that I've done. And that includes the first time I did this and the League of Legends drawing. Like, those are both such child's play compared to this. I want to say I'm heading into the new year a lot stronger. If I had a power level as an artist, I'd like to say it's a lot higher now than it was even just a month ago. And yeah, you know, it's funny because it's like I love Pokemon. It's something I really love to draw, or it's just something that's been a really big part of my life for so long, right? And it's almost like if I'm not willing to do a project like this and draw something that I actually really like, then like what chance would I have long term as a professional artist if I'm not willing to draw something that I really do enjoy? Because eventually the time will come when you're gonna have to draw something that you don't, you know. And I think that's really important. Importante. What's up, Hunter? I don't know what's going on right here. Some of these lines are like all over the place, and I'm not quite sure what's going on right here. Okay, I'll just color this one in. So that's the dragon one. Let me finish coloring it in. This is a straight up puzzle. So, if you haven't heard already, I am very grateful for everyone who has come through to these live streams, because, believe it or not, this shit has not been easy. Like, I've pretty much lost my fucking mind at this point. Like, I'm there's not much left up here. But yeah, like I can't even finish my thought. But yeah. That's it. That's all you guys get from me. Half sentences. Damn, what is this? There's just like loose, random lines everywhere. So that's the dragon one. Yeah, I spent a majority of today redrawing a lot of the Pokemon from the first couple generations that I drew, because I don't know, like I must have my line art must have just leveled up while I was drawing this, because a lot of the Pokemon near the top, especially like especially Gen 6 and Gen 7, they look really pristine, like they look great. But then when you get lower down into the first couple ones, they look good, but they're not as good. So I went back and actually spent time today redrawing a lot of it. That was all off stream. Like I have the footage for that, but it's not. You guys won't be seeing that until the speed paint. So that's what I mean. I probably have about 40 to 50 hours worth of content that I have not aired for this project. This stream, I have no idea how long this stream will be. I'm not even gonna. I'm done giving out times. Like, it's done once it's done. Alright, so that was the dragon. We're on to Ghost. No, wait. We just did Ghost. We're on to Rock. Oh man, all these random lines chopped everywhere. Alright, ED. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, my handle is pronounced Kaiko. No, that's not right. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Like, is that his leg? How much do I have left? Quite a bit. We just have the Arceus to color in. Oh, buddy. So it's that time again of the it's that time of the stream again where I ask everyone what time it is for them, what year it is for you, and what part of the world you're in. This is always interesting. I like seeing all the different places you guys come from or healed from. Yeah, well, hey Dennis, if you have a problem with it, you can go ahead and draw your own. That's pretty much all I have to say for that. Wow, really? Where was that coming from?
Right down here.
Did you tell him anything?
About to.
Oh. It doesn't bother me. If
It's
it's
bothering me.
okay, if it's bothering you. Oh my god. Look at where all these people are coming from. So we're doing Bug Arceus. Honestly, I put the plates in there because it was a really popular thing in the original poster. Um, like, very popular. It was one of the things that people really liked. So I decided to bring it back. In the same way how there's not really such thing as a Waldo Pikachu in any media, but I put one in here just because it's something that people really liked. And to be fair, some of the coloring that I did, the color palettes are based on, for the most part, the games, right? But some of them I based on the anime, just because, like, where I get my reference from has a kind of a mix of both. Oh no. Okay. Got a little confused for a second there. Didn't know what I was doing. Look, when it comes down to it, you can think of it like this. There were executive decisions made by me, and if you don't like it, you can draw your own. That's my general response to everyone when they have questions about what I do with this drawing. Dual type Arceus, please. That'd be terrible. Mm. So we were off by one. I was off by one. A few few days ago, somebody had asked how long I thought it was going to take to finish this, in terms of stream number. I went 125, because in my mind, I was like, that sounded pretty on spot. But, if we didn't run into an internet issue with one of the streams earlier on, we would have been at 125. So, I still win. I don't know what a lot of this is. Oh my god. That's clearly his tail. That's his tail right there. Okay, so it should be that. Should be that. And then there should be a little bit more lineage to this. May have erased one too many lines here. There you go. Oops, come on. I'm not quite at 2017 yet. Got a few hours to go. Psychic. If anyone gets what that reference was from. If the remake ever came out, I'd get Diamond. With Diamond, with Gen 4 and especially Gen 5, I actually have no personal preference regarding which game to play. I actually almost don't even care about which game I would get on any of the generations. I would just be happy that there's a new Pokemon game. Like, it's a remake. Which one are you gonna get? I don't care. Just give me one of them. So, how was 2016 for everyone? Just curious. Since I have the microphone, I'm going to talk about myself for a little bit. I had a very busy 2016. I feel like I could have been more productive, but then I look back on it and I don't see how I physically could have. But yeah, I worked 32 conventions this year. It's a combination of anime, video game, comic book conventions. So that's 32 that I attended as an artist. I don't know if... I don't think I ever went to one where I wasn't an artist this year. I don't think so. But, yeah, 32. That's pretty good. I don't think I'll be doing as many in 2017, but I think I will be doing bigger conventions next year. I really found my groove with the YouTube channel. Really discovered that I like live streaming. I like live drawing. It adds a lot of pressure to you when you live draw as opposed to just drawing on your own. It keeps you productive for one, and two keeps you productive, holds you accountable, and you really can't hide any of your faults when you're live streaming. Like if you're, what the hell's that? Damn it! Hold on. You can't really hide any of your faults when you're live streaming a drawing, because if you're working on hands, you can't just be like, well, I'll get back to this later, because then they'll know that you're you're lying. So yeah, so in a way, I feel like it's really it's a really good way to push yourself. And I draw live at conventions too, so it's kind of like a combination of everything, or just overall help push my art a little bit more this year. Man, everyone's saying their year is bad. What's going on, guys? Psychic. Like, everyone has, like, bad moments in the year. Everyone has bad times. But, I mean, unless you, like, lose your leg or something, I don't... I'm just being really careful. That's why I'm moving kind of slow right now. I'm just being really, really careful not to mess this up. Because I feel like if I mess up one Arceus, it all will just go to shit. Okay, so next, that was Psychic. We're doing Flying next. Okay. Oh, see, Flying is cool. Flying is just one color. And it uses the general gray. Oh, okay. But did you die? Is what I'm asking. Ah, well. Hopefully that will get all sorted out. You're still okay. You're doing fine. Like, I think the worst moment of my year happened about 20 minutes ago. When I found out a lot of... Because I finished coloring all of this, okay? Let's want to get this clear. I finished coloring this whole thing. And then I go and zoom out. And I'm like, where the fuck did the color go? I must have merged... Like, straight up, I must have just merged my color layer into another layer while it was invisible, and I completely lost all the color to this. So I had to go into my old backup file and find... And that backup file is like about a day and a half old, and when you're working on a project like this, a day and a half is a long time. So I'm going to have to recolor all of Generation 1 from scratch, and my heart just, like, sunk into the depths. I'd say that's probably one of the worst moments of the year for me. But we don't think about that. We just move forward. Reluctantly. Who here has played Super Mario Land for the classic Game Boy? Oh shit. Well, just remember the New Year is kind of an illusion. It's just tomorrow. So don't feel down. That's why they call it Spoopel. Okay, I figured it out. Oh. Apparently there's a tail here. That goes there.
Oh shit.
Okay. Alright. Oh. Lord Helix, of course. So, you see, like I said, like with the Arceus plates, I know that that's what they look like in the movie, but it's something that people really liked. So I was like, you know what? That's more important to me than the minor inconsistency that's going to make. But at the same time, Lord Helix, that's just like, that's essentially just a meme, right? Almost. But I know people really like that. So that's why I put that in there. It's like a real big thing just for the Pokemon. It's a big thing in the Pokemon community, and I think it's just something that they'll really enjoy. I don't even know what's going on in some of this. Hold on. I'm going to delete this line. I'm going to trust myself and delete this line because I don't know what the hell it is. Whew. Okay. Let's keep going and hopefully we don't screw something up. We're on ground. For the finale, we're just gonna do the Arceus forms. My estimation here is maybe 3 hours, but who knows? Who knows? There will be a lot of touch-ups and things that I'm gonna do offline, particularly recoloring the lost, the lost section of Generation 1. But things like shading, I'll be doing that off stream. Right now, coloring the Arceus is more of a puzzle than anything else. That's why it's taking so long. I don't... Oh, that's his ear. I was like, what is that? Part of him. Okay. So we got gray with red irises. Alright, we're doing Poison next. Poison is another one of those single color palettes, which is nice. So I want to say thank you to everyone who has supported this project so far. It has been very, very taxing on me, mentally, physically, psychologically. I just haven't been able to... I'm struggling really to kind of just hold in there. Like, there are a lot of other projects that I want to do and that I need to do, and it's just This has just eaten so much more time than I thought it would. So I want to thank everyone who has bared with me so far. Yeah, the YouTube channel has grown a lot in the past month since we started this project. I know a lot of you have gotten to know each other actually pretty well. Like, some of the regulars here, you guys are like talking now. Like, you guys are friends, so that's really cool. Once this project is done, the YouTube channel is gonna get back to normal, and by normal I mean we'll be doing live drawings every morning. They won't be crazy Pokemon drawings. They're just going to be drawings every morning, where we can just talk, start the day off right with like a positive note. I'll be doing vlogs of all the conventions that I'm doing. Like, I didn't vlog all my conventions this year, which I think was a mistake. You know, like I said, I had 32, and I could have done each one of those just to show you guys kind of what life is like as a traveling artist, you know, things like that. So that's what the channel is going to be once this is done. I'm not gonna, like, seriously, that Shia LaBeouf thing, I have that on my my playlist. I listen to that shit like often when I'm feeling like I need a, like, I really want to go at it. I will turn that on and I'll listen to it. Because as goofy as people made that out to be, everything he says in that meme, that's the truth. Like, everything he says in there, that's real talk. So, I mean, it's funny, but it's true. So I listen to it. I use it. Bum, bum, ba-dum. You're glad I started this project? I'm glad I finished this project. Well, let's not get cocky. We're not done yet. Right? And overtell is over. For all I know, my computer could explode right now and I'll lose all of this. Alright, is that done? Is that everything on that? I'm just being really careful not to miss anything, because I know it's just going to be hard to recover once I do. Alright, we're on fighting now. Fighting type Arceus. Well, you know, DMC, I really believe that. It's like, one, you shouldn't waste your time doing something you don't like. Alright? That's like a general thing. Like, everything you do, you have to get something out of it, right? Like, if you go to a job that you don't like, what you're getting out of it is money so that you can, like, eat and stuff, right? So that's okay because you have to eat, you know? But in terms of just, like, other things in life, whether that's, like, some people don't like to go to the gym, and that's totally fine as long as you're happy. It, if you like drawing, so let's say you find something you like, whether that's to draw or to exercise or whatever it is, Yu-Gi-Oh! I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Then why not just go all in on the particular thing you like? Like, if you enjoy something, then just like, oh shit, did I mess up? Okay, okay, I didn't mess up. If you enjoy something, just go at it. Like, like, I don't see... That's just my view on it. I'm just like, you have such a limited time here, and very rarely do people genuinely find the thing they enjoy. A lot of people just kind of go through life, enjoy their products that they get, and then just kind of float through to the end, and then just die, right? And I'm just like, I finally found... For me, I'm like, I finally found something that I really do enjoy. And that's drawing. It's something that I'm like kind of good at, and it's something that I really love to do. And before this, I was working a job that I fucking hated. Like, I just... Like, I was losing my mind, right? So, for me, anyway, the fact that I was fortunate enough to find this thing, you know, this thing, for me, I'm like, of course I'm gonna go all in on it, because I know what the alternative is. The alternative is doing that thing that I don't like. And that could happen at any moment. So I'm just gonna go all in with what I got going on right now. Does that make sense? Like, I remember there's this, there was this interview with, Chris Rock. He's a comedian. I don't know how old of a reference Chris Rock is for you guys. Um, and I remember he doesn't live, like, an over-lavish lifestyle with his wife and kids. He's, like, worth millions of dollars, and he lives in like a nice house, but it's not crazy. It's not like $1 million house. Well, I don't know where he lived. Like $1 million. Excuse me. He doesn't live in one of those $1 million houses or whatever. He just lives in like a regular house with his family. And his reason behind that was like, he said he was just fortunate that comedy was what he wanted to do, so he went all in on that, and it paid off. And now he's like, but at any moment, all this could be taken away. So I'm enjoying what I have, and I don't take it for granted. And in his eyes, taking it for granted would be spending all of his money, right? So I don't know. I just kind of identify with a lot of artists and like rappers. Like one of my favorite rappers that I discovered early this year was Lil Dicky, and if you listen to a lot, like he does a lot of comedy songs, and that's what people know him for. He's a Jewish rapper, by the way. I know, funny, right? But if you listen to a lot of the shit that he puts out, like the real shit, where he's talking about, you know, working hard, and I identify a lot with that. And I don't know, I'm just making my way downtown. Downtown, that's your home address. You live downtown, where your life's a mess. You live downtown, where you buy a token, you go home to Skid Row, home to Skid Row. Yes, you live downtown. Guys of trips downtown. Where the Murphy slips downtown. Where relationships will go. Uptown came to my trips. Uptown under the melon clips. The boss is taking millions and they pick their folks. Uptown you came to a million homes. Oh, hold on. I gotta do something for the Instagram right now. For the Instagram. By the way, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram or Facebook, links are in the description. Oh. 21 Pilots? Alright. Do you have... Alright, give me a list of 3 21 Pilot songs. I will write those down, and I will listen to them. I believe you brought them up before. Absolutely shameless. This is my stream. I will advertise whatever I want. If you go onto my channel and you go to the right hand side, you'll see a list of suggested channels. One of those suggested channels is my other YouTube channel where I talk about artist alleys. Go subscribe to that other channel too. How about that? Alright, so we're moving on to the ice. So we have, if including the ice one, we have 6 left, and then Helix, and then we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then Helix, and then we're done. Oh my god, Stressed Out? I love that song. Wait, is that what it's called? Oh shit, what did I do? What did I do? Yeah, that, okay. Car radio, Stressed Out, Guns for Hands. Alright, I'm gonna copy paste that. I'm gonna write it down, and I'll... Well, Stressed Out, I already know. I love that song, so... Okay, I wrote it down. So, in the future, and by future, I mean the video after this, I'm going to be starting a new... I don't want to say campaign, but I want to start taking over the hashtag draw hard, which kind of sucks because I know one guy has it for like this movie he has, but I don't care because I'm going to take it from him. It's a hashtag that I want to start using to just kind of promote working hard. My time as an artist, I've discovered a lot of things. And that, like, there are a lot of really good artists who go unnoticed. A lot of really hard-working artists who don't make any money. Whether, for whatever reason, maybe they don't know how to hustle. Like, they try, but they don't know how, or they're just not good at that, but they're really good at art. And it's just this thing, I just want to promote people working really hard. And I find that they're... okay, so like a project like this, right? Like, I'm not to boast, but there aren't that many people who are going to take the initiative to do crazy projects like this, right? Like comic book artists, they do their comic books, and that's crazy, you know? But not everyone finishes their comic. So people who do, someone like Nips, who works on her comic, that I'm really down with her work. And I just feel like there's this level of art that has been established and that is acceptable. Like, I go to a lot of these conventions and everyone kind of has the same kind of artwork, and I know we've talked about this before. Like, they have the same kind of artwork, and it's just kind of the same thing over and over. And I think we should strive for more. Like, we should want to go a little bit further. And I think when I'm going to be pushing this hashtag draw hard, the idea behind it is to just, even if you don't have the biggest following, if you're not the most skilled, if you're not making the most money out of it, that you still just try and push harder. And to me, at least what I've experienced this year, you know, doing 32 conventions, gone to like 7 or 8 different states at these shows, and that's just what I feel. I feel like the level that we should demand of ourselves should be a little higher than what it is now. Yeah, that's just how I feel. What the fuck? What kind of drawings do I want to make next year? So I do want to do a big project like this. Maybe not quite as big as this, just because of time. Like, I need to be able to allocate more time towards other things, which is probably the only reason I wouldn't do another project this large anytime soon. Not going to say never, but no time soon. I'm going to be doing more heavy perspective work. If you go to my channel and you look up some of my traditional art, that are very like, the appeal of them is based on like exaggerated exaggerated slice of life type of deal, whether it's just somebody sitting around eating or whatever, but then I'll spice it up by adding like robots and making it fucking like crazy. So that's my idea of exaggerated slice of life, and that's what I want to be doing. That's like the subject matter I want to do in the future. I just want to be more aware of like life around me, if that makes sense. I feel like if I just draw nothing but fan art all the time, especially just like Pokemon and superheroes, I feel like if you do that, your work just kind of gets mixed in with everyone else's and you don't really stand out, and I want to stand out. Alright, see ya. Yeah, so when I say level of art, or we should demand more of ourselves, what I'm talking about, specific, like, okay, here's an example, okay? Don't give me hate for this, because whatever, give me hate, I don't care. There's, you guys are familiar with the artist Sakimi-chan? You guys familiar with that artist? I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, I don't know anything about them, but they are producing essentially the same piece of artwork over and 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 over. And that person makes a lot of money, so I kind of don't blame them for doing that, right? But for those of us who maybe aren't making that kind of money, the demand, what I think just pushing yourself, I guess, is what it comes down to. Because if you go through my catalog of art that I've done this year, I've tried a lot of weird shit. Like, I've tried a lot of different things. Whoa, 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 what's going on? Okay. Freaked out for a second there. Yeah, Chespin, you are absolutely correct. I'm doing this exactly like I did last time because it worked so well last time. Yeah, all the pretty much we're gonna be doing the Arceus and then Helix, Lord Helix on this stream, and then that'll be it. Everything else I will do off stream. Okay, so for those of you who just joined, something like horrific just happened, like about an hour ago. So I'm usually really good about backing up my files and all that stuff, right? But for some reason I lost. So in part 125, you guys saw where we got right with like coloring. Something happened and I lost all the colors. Alright, so we're moving on to the grass one right now. And I lost all the colors, so I have to go back and redo part of Generation 2 and all of Generation 1 coloring all over again. That's at least 12 hours of work that I'm going to have to reinvest tonight instead of working on whatever project I was going to work on. So this thing just, it never wants to stop. It just wants to keep dicking with me. But you know what? It's alright. It's alright. You just keep moving forward. I just want to let you guys know that that happened. because I think you guys, especially who have been here a while, I think you guys deserve to know what happened. So I spent a good 8 hours today. No, not 8. Maybe like 6 hours today, redrawing some of the Pokemon that I didn't like how they came out, like Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. Going back when I was coloring them, I didn't like how they came out, so I spent a lot of today redrawing them. They look so much better now too. Like, yeah, just I just want to let you guys know, like I didn't want to cut any corners here. Like I could have just left them because they were done, but I completely redrew Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Ivysaur, Charmeleon, Venusaur. Who else did I completely redraw today? I can't remember, but... No, it was my fault. I was just moving too fast, and I know what happened. Like, I must have merged some layers together, and when I merged the coloring layer, the layer that has my colors, I must have merged it while it was hidden, while, you know, the little eyeball was off, and that resulted in it essentially just vanishing. So in order to get the colors back, I had to go into my old backup file, and the backup file was from about a day and a half ago. But when you're dumping this many hours into the project every single day, something that's a day and a half old is super old, right? So there, I'm behind now, and it was a little soul crushing at the time, but fuck it, we draw hard here, right? If I'm not willing to redo it, then what the fuck even is the point of me, right? So I don't care. I'll do it. I'll do it again. I don't give a fuck. What's up, Moof? No, I didn't notice that the problem had occurred until way too late. I don't use Control Z. I use the step back function. It's like a super Control Z. If you've never used the step back function, it is superior to Control Z in almost every way. So if you're not familiar with it, look it up and start using it because it's better than Control Z. But I had been so far, like it must have happened like, I don't know, like minutes before, and I had just been working, and it got to the point where I couldn't step back far enough to get it undone. Yeah, I can't remember the command for step back because I assigned the hotkey, the command. I assigned a preset command to a hotkey, so I never have to really type it in. I can just click a button. I know it's a 3-key command. sure we could look it up, but I'm not gonna. Does that look okay? Alright, move on to the next one. So that was grass. Next is electric. This is part 126. Oh, did you count? Yoshi, did you go back and count everything from part 48 onwards? Is that it? Just 125? I'm disappointed. It felt like a lot more. Yeah, I have about, I want to say, off the cuff, I want to say maybe 40 to 50 hours of stuff that I haven't shown you guys. Stuff that I did off stream and that I never bothered to upload. Because who has the time for that, right? Hold on, there's something down here I missed. Yes. Okay. No, I thought you were counting it. I would like to recount it myself. I want to see myself what we got. I think that will be my prize. I just want to see. Then I'll count all the hours that I put offline, and we'll just put it all together, and then, yeah. And I have to remove time for breaks that I took, which will accumulate to a lot. I've given you sunlight. I've given you rain. Looks like you're not happy unless I open the vein. I'll give you a few drops if that'll appease. Now please grow for me. We're doing water next. I'll give you southern exposure to get you to thrive. Push you back hard like I'm supposed to. You're barely alive. I'll give you level. You're straight from desert to life. I've given you grow lights and mineral supplements where you from blood. Yeah, I'm gonna be recording everything that I'm doing offline. I have it recorded, and I will be uploading all of it as part of the speed paint. So technically, you guys won't miss any of it as long as you watch the speed paint. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty positive the speed paint is gonna be like an hour long. What the hell is that? Oh. You know the book doesn't lie. It's not a question of merit. It's not the man's pie. Oh, 37 people. Now, the thing about the speed paint is, I can't just plug it in to the video editor and then hit speed up. That doesn't work because we have a lot of instances where I'm zooming in and zooming out. When you put that in a speed paint, it's hard to watch. Like, it will hurt your brain to watch that. So what I actually have to do is go in. So I'm going to have to speed it up, usually by like 9,000% or whatever. And then I will have to go in and individually remove every frame. Every frame that zooms out really quick. Because I guarantee you, like, it took me 19 hours to edit down that last one. If I leave those little zoom out, zoom in clips while it's sped up, you won't be able to watch it. Your brain will, like, melt. So certain sections will be faster than other sections, just by the nature of it. So I mean, I couldn't tell you how much it was sped up, but I can give you a once I have it all tallied up, I can give you guys the exact hour count of how long it took. I mean, lazy people will just take the video and just be like, oh, times it by 10,000% speed. I don't do that because I want my video to be, like, enjoyable. I want it to be watchable. Hmm. Huh? 13? Mm-hmm. Maybe, maybe not even. Yeah. No, 15. Yeah, sorry guys. We're trying to figure out when Ant-Man was made. Yeah, Ant-Man was. Yeah, we figured that out because I got confused for a minute. I don't know why. I was like, because I know Winter Soldier, because I know Winter Soldier and Guardians was 2014. So I was like, well, naturally, Age of Ultron must have been 15, and I know that the end of Phase 2 is Ant-Man, so of course, Ant-Man had to be 2015. That's how I figured it out. I didn't Google it like a smart person. I I went the hard way around. Age of Bortron. Um, Alright guys, we have 2 left. We got Fire and Normal, and then Lord Helix, and then this is done for you guys. No, I liked parts of Age of Ultron. I liked I liked Alright, so we're gonna do Fire right now. I liked what part of Age of Ultron did I like? I liked when it was over. I liked the hmm. I liked that statue at the end during the credits. I'd like a model of that. That was pretty cool. I liked how the ending was the exact same thing as the first Avengers movie. I liked when Scarlet Witch decided at any point in the movie to not kill Ultron, even though she clearly could just do it at any time. I liked wasting time on the farm. I liked Thor's swimming pool scene. I liked this is it. This is the culmination of this project. Me talking about how much I don't like Age of Ultron. The thing I like most about Age of Ultron, and my girlfriend just made a really good point right now. The best thing about Age of Ultron is that its events led up to Civil War, and I fucking love Civil War. There. That's it. Because without Age of Ultron, we could not have the Civil War movie that we have. So there. Okay, now when it comes to superheroes in general, when you have speedsters, that's unfair. Like, speedsters are too powerful, and they're hard to write. That's why I think some of the Flash stories are a little, you know. So, I could totally see why they killed him. Because they're like, okay, we got this guy who's just super fast. There's no enemy that can really pose a threat to you when you're that fast. Oops, that's not right. Oh yeah, I like the Hulk and Black Widow romance. That was the best part of the movie. Alright guys, so right when we're done with fire, and by fire I mean this drawing, right? No, once we finish fire, we just got normal, and we got we have a Helix, excuse me. We have Lord Helix, and then that will be it. Hey, this stream wasn't as long as I thought it was gonna be. I think for once we're under schedule. Okay, so that's that. Now you guys can go have a great New Year's. I have about 20 hours of work ahead of me still. So when I say 20, I clearly mean like 45, right? Because that's how this has been for the past 4 weeks. Oh yeah, I could. It's not just the airport scene. Even the opening fight where they raid the chemical factory, whatever, the research facility. Even that was really good. Like, I could watch that over. I could watch the like, I just watched that whole movie over. I like the scenes, particularly where Secretary Ross was in there and like scolding them. I know that you saved everyone's lives. But I know you saved everyone's lives, but Tony Stark is the reason you guys had to do that every time. And I know that I created the Hulk, but you guys are trouble. I like Jeremy Renner, especially after something like The Hurt Locker. I would watch the shit out of a Hawkeye movie with him. Like, he's good. They just don't give him anything to do in any movie he's in. The Mission Impossible movies, they don't give him anything to do. He had that Bourne movie. He was like the lead, but they didn't give him anything to do. It was just him running around the whole time. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got left here? Okay, is that it? You're there. Then we're gonna do the center one. Let me turn this off. Proofreading this is gonna be fun. Okay, center Arceus now. I actually have a list of all the different Spider-Man costumes. I mean, I could... Oh, you know what? I was going to do that. I actually did a rough draft for something like that. Like Spider-Verse level, where I had everything. I think I dumped maybe like 12 hours into it, and I didn't like how it looked. And I just decided to scrap it. What a great use of my time. Am I excited for Spider-Man Homecoming? Not really. I think I'm a little burned out on it's like Spider-Man. I'm glad that they have Iron Man in that movie because I think I'm like I said, I think I'm just a little burned out on Spider-Man as a single character. It would have been cool to have like, I know it's called Spider-Man Homecoming and that Robert Downey Jr. is in it, but I still would have liked to see like a Spider-Man, some other character movie. Just like have it specifically about them. And have it titled Spider-Man and whoever, you know. Guardians 2, I'm looking forward to that. I don't know what they're doing with Drax. That's a little weird. The ending of that one trailer where he's just laughing really hard. Like, that's weird. But I'm down. I'm looking forward to Thor Ragnarok more than anything. Because Thor by himself is boring. Hulk by himself is boring. But you put them both in a movie, and I think, especially since Doctor Strange is going to be in it, I think it'll be really fun. I would like for them to just go crazy. Just go like balls out crazy on that movie. I'm always down for lots of Hulk. Also. Okay, I get it. Jesus. Jesus. And it's green. Alright guys, we have come to the very last Pokemon. I need to pull up what his actual color palette is, because I don't know. So I want to thank everyone who has supported this project this entire time. I know I say that a lot, but that's because I mean it a lot. So, oh my god, alright, let's finish this off. So for anyone who is going to be in the Sacramento area, here's a good way to date this video. If you're going to be in the Sacramento area, January 7 or January 6, 7, and 8. Ow. If you're going to be in the Sacramento area, come by to the Sacramento Convention Center for Sac Anime. I will have a table there. And you could buy some of my art, or you could just drop by and say hello. Boom, dated. Alright guys, so last call for questions and or conversation pieces before we wrap this shit up. So ignore the bottom section that's not colored in. That is the part I'm telling you guys. I had that completely done. Like you guys can see that in the other stream, I had most of that done already, right? So that's the section I'm going to have to redo on my own. But I went ahead and I redrew a lot of the Pokemon. Like I redid Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Charmeleon, Ivysaur, and yeah, so I fixed a lot of the line weight and on a lot of the Pokemon, and I just sharpened everything up, fixed a lot of issues, But yeah, so that's it, guys. Holy hell. Am I How am I feeling right now? Well, I would feel better if I didn't have to go back and fix all that shit at the bottom. I'm legit. That's like 20 hours of work at least that I have to do down there. I actually do have a list of everything that I put in here, including all the Easter eggs. Hey, what are we talking about? We didn't color in the plates. Have you guys let me get away with that? Hold on. Come on, guys. Come on. Okay. Hold on to your butts. We ain't done yet. Mentally we are, but I mean, like, literally we're not. So, the speed paint is going to take a while to get done, so I'm not going to give you guys a date on when that's going to be completed, because you know how I am when I'm giving out dates, right? But yeah, it'll be coming as soon as I physically can get it done. My priority now is sending out the pre-orders. Whoops. I'm looking at the wrong reference picture, by the way. Damn it. Oh man, I was looking at the wrong picture. That is not Arceus plates. My life. My fucking life. I can't fucking deal with this. I can't deal with this. Okay. We'll call this plates. Items. I'm gonna be doing all the Pokeballs, all the Pokeballs, all the fossils, evolution stones, Z crystals, or whatever they're called. I'm gonna be doing all that stuff, but I will be doing it off stream. Oh my god. So I want to thank everyone who has come through and supported this project. The Sinnoh starters. Yeah. We'll do a little rundown. We'll do a little close-up rundown of what we got going on. So while I'm doing this, yeah, so this is going to be it for the live streams. While we go through a little zoom through of everything, and I still have to add in all the highlights to everyone's eyes, so please remember that. Go ahead and throw in your last bit of questions as I go through the picture, and then when I look back up, I'll answer all of them. And you guys will be able to get a closer look at this during the speed paint. I'll have an overview during the speed paint, and it'll be a lot slower than this. But yeah, look at all the time you guys spent with me doing all this over here. Hold on, I see an error. There we go. What in the fuck is that? Okay. Look at that. We're barely even doing a quick pass, and I've already found a lot of problems. Proofreading this is going to be fun. Fucking Scizor, what are you doing? So anyway, that's what I'm going to be dealing with for like the next 48 hours or whatever. Sorry, which starters did you want to see? Sinnoh? Is Sinnoh Gen 4? No, Totem Wishy-Washy, I'm going to add that in afterwards. So pretty much everything you see here is what we're going to be doing live on the stream, but... which gen is Sinnoh? Is that 4? Okay, that's what I thought. I know my Pokemons. But yeah. Alright. Am I going to do a back... Can you have an air hug? There you go. You got it. Are you going to draw a background? No, I'm going to leave it tan like this. I'm legit serious. I'm going to leave it like this because it works to help push out the colors and the lines. If you put too much background, you lose all the information on the characters. No, one of them has gotten over 100 likes before. But my favorite Pokemon on this poster were actually my favorite Pokemon, and we'll leave it at that. As the Meliodas here. I like how they came out. They're my favorite Pokemon in this entire thing. Oh, and I see an issue already. Let me fix that. There you go. Okay, guys. Thank you all for joining in. I'll have the speed paint up as soon as I physically, humanly can. If you're not subscribed to me, just be sure to do that. And when you do subscribe, make sure to hit that little bell, because we live stream every day. So if you never want to miss one of those live streams, hit that bell and you'll get notifications for when I do stream. Alright guys, it's been fun. Sort of. No, it's been a blast. Alright guys. Bye.